Hi. So many of you always have been doubt that what is the difference between data science and the SDEs. So I will try to explain it in as simple terms as possible. So imagine that you are given a machine. Let it machine be a black box. You don't know the inner workings of this machine. You just know that there are two input slots and there is an output slot. You're not concerned with the output. You just get the output and use it for whatever reasons that you require. The two inputs. For example, now if this machine is given to the SD engineers, what will they do? They will give some input. This input can be in the form of numbers, can be in the form of a text, anything. For example, in the form of a numbers, it can be 2, 3. And along with this, they will give a function. Now this, and this popularly you call it as a code, any type of code. For example, it could contain a large number of if-else conditions, a binary search algorithm, a Dijkstra's algorithm, any type of algorithm. And this code I will refer to as a function, fx. Now, when you give this function, for example, this function could be a sum function. Then 2, 3 with a sum function will give out an output as 5. So this is what the engineers do. They program the input, they take the input, actual raw facts and figures, and program the code directly. They directly program the function fx. And how are the data scientists different from this? If the same black box is given to the data scientist, then how will the program? The input will still remain the same. They will still give the same input 2, 3. And along with this, another input that they will give is not the code, but instead they will give the output directly, the correct output. For example, they want to estimate the same function fx, but the SD engineers did. So they know the output. So instead of using the code, they will use the output directly in their own machine. And what will it give? The function fx, the code, the programming input, whatever you want to call it. So this is what the DS engineers or the machine learning engineers or data scientists or AI engineers, whatever you call them, do. So in short, when you're given the input and you want a function to be mapped, you want a function that can map the given inputs to a particular output. So this function fx, this is the input x and this is the function fx. This fx, if is estimated, this is programmed by the SDE engineers. But the data scientists, they just give the input and output, and the machine learning model finds this. So the humongous task of writing the code is done by the SDE engineers, while here in the data science field, this is done by the machine learning model, and the data scientists are only concerned with the input and the output. Actors are of Thank you.